you going to put me bigger in, or I'm just going to be that little square?
You're big. On my TV, you're big.
Okay.
On my screen, you're big.
Because I am a little guy.
Yeah, you'll be big, Phil. We'll make sure that you're the biggest dude on the screen here.
Yeah. I'll follow you, Phil.
Yeah, let you
guys.
What's
up? Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio. I think it's episode 67. I don't know. Some people like to bust my chops about that, you know what I mean? But I don't know which episode it is sometimes. I put them up however, whenever, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But we are here with Philip Alexander, the creator of the Simple. He is going to tell us tonight about his history of using the water-fed pole and all his experience, and we're going to talk about some other cool stuff. Hopefully no one's disappointed about the... but it is what it is. So, I spent the whole day shoveling and snow blowing and all that stuff. I know neither one of you guys can feel my pain, you know,
no,
because you guys are too cool today for school, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's beautiful. I told you, man.
I don't know who this Quena cowboy is, but whatever. Everybody's wanting to be cute. What's up, Kevin? Pro Wash, Missouri. What's up, Joe knows Joe Hardy's watching. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Joe. Good to see you.
Yeah, so Philip, you have been. I mean, everyone is well aware that of your wares. So everyone knows you're the creator of the Simple. How long has Philip been water-fed poling, and where did it all start?
Well, it started in 1975 when I was on a 32-foot ladder, and I was crazy on the ladder. I'd take a stabilizer, stand on top of the stabilizer, grab two windows, then go between. And so when the Tucker came along in 1983, I saw it. I bought one, and since 83, we were using it. What happened, though, in 99, I had a 6-story building, and we would use a lift. And it was just so expensive. I was losing so much money. So I took the 45-foot Tucker. I made modifications on the Tucker, too, because if you didn't put duct tape around the bottom of the Tucker, those little clips would just tear your fingers all up. Yeah. So I had duct tape below all the clips. Anyways, I had my guy up there on a 32-foot ladder and a 45-foot Tucker on the top of the 32-foot ladder. You know, there had to be a better way. And we had a DI tank back then. I bought an 83-foot Tucker. And because it was a slant roof, I raised the Tucker all the way up, and it broke under its own weight. So I'm there with a hacksaw cutting the Tucker off, getting it fixed to do the job. I said, man, if I'm ever going to make a pole, you're going to be able to raise it like a ladder and it doesn't break. So that's when it got me thinking. All right, so I found a place in North Carolina because the first thing I ordered was fishing poles, and they were just too fragile. So in North Carolina, they started making me this great thin carbon fiber pole. We actually had fiberglass in the middle, and because I didn't have clamps, you can see the weirdness I came up with trying to get the pole going. In fact,
that looked like a banjo. That was a banjo fitting?
No, this is the banjo clamp.
Okay. Yeah, banjo fitting.
I had banjo clamps. I got a whole box of them.
Yeah.
Actually, WCR sold a few of these, and Racenstein sold a few. And it was only good for 32 feet, but it was indestructible. You could run a car over it. And then I got more creative. I started using two types of carbon fiber. You see how smooth that is? And they would go in each other. So, you know, I kept trying, and that's why I've always said that if a guy can come up with one pole on the first try, there's something wrong, because all true inventors, you can see, have prototypes. And this is almost 10 years old, and I found the right type of epoxy. It's almost indestructible. So I think Sheila was one of the first ones to buy one of those.
So Phil,
I'm here.
Are you
Philip,
saying?
First of all, before you go, Philip, can you turn your volume down just a touch so we can't hear ourselves in your microphone? That would be great.
No problem.
Everybody bear with Phil, all right? He's working this technology thing out. We got him back on here again. You know what I mean? Sure.
Okay, here we go. Is that better?
Hello?
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that
great.
too low?
So, no, you're fine, Philip. You're fine. So, Mark, ask Philip your question again.
Phil, are you and I don't say this in a bad way, claiming is the word that comes, that you are the first one to bring multiple layers of carbon fiber and fiberglass to the industry, to the market?
Well, who else was making them in 2007?
Yeah.
I mean, come to it. Who else? I mean, here's another one. You can see this worked pretty good because then the pole would slide into there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It would screw into there. And that was almost indestructible. In fact, I got a bunch of those left. You know what I'm going to do with those? I'm going to make artificial legs out of them. You know? They're almost indestructible, and it would be a perfect leg joint, tibia or whatever. Because I just got like boxes and boxes of this stuff.
I say you turn them into lights.
Wait a minute. So what you're saying is you're going to build artificial limbs out of those in case, just
in case you pull your legs off.
How about some stilts? How about some stilts?
You could do that too, but it'd be expensive stilts. But it was only $100 for one of these. So if I cut them into 8-inch, and they charge thousands of dollars for those. I don't know. That's just an idea.
So are you familiar with what a potato gun is?
Yeah, I love a potato gun. I'd love to get one.
Well, we might make a carbon fiber potato gun.
Yeah. All right. So that's all the thin poles. All right.
Uh-huh.
And that didn't work. And then I think in 1980, 2008, I met Vita. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And this might look familiar.
Uh-huh.
She came up, this is UD, plain UD, and she had a 1.3 pole. And I showed this to a famous manufacturer, not a manufacturer, a vendor in 2011 at the show, and he went behind my back and ordered it from her. And I didn't like it because at that time I was making 3K. I put 3K on this. And so for years, this is her clamp that was copied by a famous Australian and was sued over.
Right.
But we won't go there.
Somebody wants you to do your Phil impression.
No.
Hey.
Can you see this monster?
What is that?
Well,
now that's the potato gun barrel, right?
Potato gun.
Look at that. Yeah, we can make a potato gun out of this.
No, you can't do. I don't want nothing bad to happen to Philip. Stop giving him fucking ideas, man.
I made a 80.
He's got a way to make legs.
85-foot pole. Look at the size of that,
dude. How are you supposed to?
I just got that he's got a way to make legs.
And it went all over the place.
Really?
Also, I had one of the first of these poles when Sean got them in 2001, 2002. And when I ordered it from Sean, I got they've been stuck together. Couldn't get them apart. Right out of the box, got them stuck.
Are those modular? So those are modular.
Yeah, the famous super light one that once you step on it, it'll break.
Oh, yeah.
And would snap under its own weight.
Dude, I had two of them fused together, and we had two big guys twisting and pulling. They do not come apart when they fuse. And we put soap between them. We put oil between them. Nothing ever worked. Those things are junk. He
didn't want to say anal-ease because that's what he had in his truck.
Yeah. I took a torch to it.
Oil.
And I took a torch to it, and it started melting before it came apart.
Yeah.
All right. And then for a long time, I just had the UD. So I was probably one of the first. Look at this point.
What's UD stand for? That's got to be
what's
something.
UD? Yeah, what's UD? Let's hear it.
UD is unidirectional.
Unidirectional, correct.
Fiber.
Okay. Unidirectional.
This is plain. This is the most common carbon fiber out there.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't use it anymore because this was on the inside, 3K on the outside, which is another type of weave. And so, let's see, the pole would look like. Here we go. You see this?
Yeah.
That's your 3K.
Okay.
This
Actually,
is where I hit it.
Lift it up a little bit more for the audience to see. There you go. Is that the sim pole now, or is no? Are we working our way up to the sim pole now?
The sim pole now it's a little smoother.
Can you lift it up?
Because they sand it down. This is the latest sim pole.
Lift it up a little bit.
With all
Phil.
the clamps.
There you go.
And I do them every other one.
Yeah, yep. No, lift it up. There you go.
Every other one.
See now, can I put those clamps on my pole? Let's say I got a competitor brand pole. Can I remove those?
Most of these are pretty standard. You can definitely put it on other poles, especially poles that are my same diameter that was taken from me in 2011. Mm-hmm. They'll fit perfect.
Okay.
And see, this is the cool part. Can you see this? The 3/8?
Yeah.
So you go like this, and then it pops right off.
Cool.
So nice. Every other one around. This is to show you high mod. This is high mod on the outside.
Uh-huh.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
You don't sand high mod. All right. Don't give me that funny smile. I know what your dirty mind's thinking. All right. It's a story about these glue-on clamps. I went to UK, and because Vita was selling to X-Line, mm-hmm. she dumped me. So I had to find another manufacturer who actually makes the Viper pole now, mm-hmm. and he only had glue-on clamps. Mm-hmm. So I got stuck with these clamps. And then I saw that the Viper had a really cool clamp, which I sell them on my website. They're clamps like this, but they're metal. Have you seen those with metal on them?
Yeah.
With blue metal. So I called the manufacturer up, and this is where it gets cool. I told them about my pole. They literally gave me the design for all my clamps, 1 through 12, for free.
Nice.
I saved like $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, because you didn't have to have molds made and everything.
That's right. And even when I do new designs now, they are so cool. See, in North Carolina, it was $800 for a metal mandrel. Mm-hmm. This new manufacturer doesn't charge me.
Yeah. And is he stateside?
Huh?
Is he stateside or is he overseas?
No, I don't do North Carolina anymore. This is my 5th Chinese factory.
Okay.
I've been playing around with. Actually, I was going to Chinese before a lot of the major manufacturers, and what happened is they thought, hey, if Alexander can do it, we can do it. And they all started going direct, but not with their own designs. They would use the Chinese designs. Here's one that someone sent me. It was pretty cool. See the color on it?
Yeah, that's fiberglass?
No, this is actually a gray 3K.
Oh.
It's not fiberglass. You know, I don't even know how they got that color. Now this is 3K, and this is fiberglass. So I went 50% fiberglass, 50% 3K, but it's a little heavy, and I just gave up on fiberglass. I had this taper.
Hey, Phil, is it stacking up off to the right there or what, buddy? Are you going to be able to leave the room?
Yeah, it's there to the right of my chair.
If there's a fire, you're screwed, dude.
No, I got a door right here.
I got a big door right here, he says.
Yeah, see, I can run outside.
Oh, okay.
Put my heater on. So I made a tapered pole like the Gardner was, and it just didn't sell that good. But it was a great pole. In fact, WCR said it was one of the best poles I ever made.
So, go ahead. Keep going.
Go on. Questions?
Oh, well, all right. Mario Chavez wants you to talk about the water bar.
Well, I started making the water bar 7 years ago. Well, there they go.
Yes! We were hoping that, like, the laptop would fall off the table, like the whole night.
I put these and drill holes in it, and I literally put this on a scrub sleeve. And that was one of my first water bars, on a scrub sleeve.
Yeah. We were talking, me and Mark were talking about this before, like, we've got the window weapon, the both of us. I got mine for free, so before Perry hops on here and says, you got yours for free, I got mine for free. to test out. I like the pad. I like the different kind of scrubbies that you could put on there, but I don't necessarily feel like the brush is needed when you're. That's just my personal opinion. You know, if you want to hit the, you know,
Can you see this?
No. Can you lift it up a little bit, Philip? There you go. Yeah, there you go.
$14 on Amazon. And it goes up and the pad goes around like this.
Uh-huh.
And I screwed in the water bar right in here.
Okay.
But it's a little too heavy.
Uh-huh.
But I think for $14, it would be perfect for construction clean.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it would be like in most cases, like if you know, if the window's that funky and you've got to hit it with a water fed pole, you're gonna have to make at least in my experience, I feel better making a couple of passes on each window. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to get it in one, just scrub the window down. I
use the Nature Alcohol fabric softener and the Titan cement off. Put it in the sprayer. Sprayed a $5 million house. Went around the whole house. 8 hours later, came around to the front.
Uh-huh.
It took 75 to 90% of everything off. The denatured alcohol dissolves paint. The Titan cement off will dissolve the stucco and cement.
Okay.
The fabric softener just keeps it all soft, so when you're using the water-fed pole, you're not scratching the glass.
Now done heard it all, Mark. We're gonna be pump up sprayer fabric.
Well, can you see that now? Well, that's the pad.
Mark, who are you talking to, man?
I'm looking for a name here, just simply
sure
because
I'm a friend, because you ain't got none of those.
No.
They give you 4 pads too for $14.
Yeah,
4 pads and a handle.
Phil,
yes, sir.
Are you familiar with the guy by the name of James Johnson, and he's in Seattle? He just bought one of your poles.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah, well,
I've had like 800 customers, so I don't really.
Okay. Well, this was a recent one, but he swears he was the one that told me that your pole with the clamps that have the integral loop for the hose, definitely. The nice thing about it is you can collapse the pole and the hose goes through the clamps without pulling the hose. Is that correct?
Here's an example. Can you see it?
Yes.
All right. So, and it can be adjusted because right here is the adjusting thing that holds the clamp down. So when if you had them all stretched out, when you lifted it, you see, it pops right off.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing 5/16, that can actually
go. Soon to be available at reachit.com.
Placing clamps.
Woo!
Someone's taking some screenshots.
Okay, now, so does anyone use 1/2 inch hoses? Anyone uses 1/2 inch hoses?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I use the Reachit's Rhino tube. That fucking shit is awesome. I don't know if there's another kind of a hose out there.
My tube goes up to 175
Is it as pliable? Is it as pliable and flexible as Rhino tube?
I've had it for 2 years.
I need a 25-foot sample of that.
Okay, I'll send you one. 5/16. This is it. This is 2 years old. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's in Arizona, going through cactus. It self-seals itself. It gets a hole, it seals itself. I pay 75 cents a foot for it. No one spends that much money.
Is that silicone? Is that a silicone
It's
type?
a combination of 3 or 4 different things.
Yeah.
You know, it comes from Canada.
Okay.
They're a real famous company.
Hey, Bill Jordan, if you don't want to listen to Phil, then, stick around as long as you can. I'm not going to disrespect Phil and his 50 years of window cleaning experience. I'd appreciate it if you didn't either. I love you, brother. You know what I mean? But I told everybody we'd have Phil back, and that's what we're gonna have. We're having Phil back to talk about his poll. You know what I mean? So, like, again, if you don't like it and you're scared, go to church. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, but I'm not gonna disrespect the man and rush him off here. I'm gonna let him say what he's got to say. You know what I mean?
Well, they can have their turn. Yeah, they just have to pay you $500, and they can get on.
Yeah, you got to give me $500. Yeah, you got to buy me a sim pole, and I'll tell Phil he's got to kick rocks. But again, I ain't trying to be fixit.org. Snake oil salesman, hashtag poop slacks.
Poop slacks.
Poop slacks!
If your hose is too big, you actually can trim this. This one broke, and actually now it fits the 1/2 hose. Look how big that is. You know.
Oh, yeah, I see that. So I got a question for you, Phil. That pole that's in the background looks like it's got about 48 clamps on it. So how big? Yeah. That's a big pole behind there.
Okay. Now this is where
Bust it out.
real inventors come in.
Okay.
This is my standard 60-foot pole, all right?
Yep.
And it's about 12 pounds, and it's 12 5.7 sections each. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. But you can take the sim light, and the first 6 sections can only be 3 pounds. And then the rest of the sections would only be maybe 6 pounds. So you can lower the whole pole. The 52-foot pole is only 9 pounds. All right. But
so you're saying you can separate that pole down into smaller poles, correct?
Well, you can buy the sim 22 light for $875, but 25% off, about $600 on WCR on my site. And you can add 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and get up to 52 feet. So all my extensions, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, are interchangeable with all my poles. Okay. So you can add those sections later. Now, Eric, who's been with me, 10 years, he just got the Kevlar one. Okay, this baby is 72 feet, 6-foot sections. All right? It's 14 pounds. And guys, because of Gardner, are convinced light poles are the best.
I think at that height you want some weight on the brush. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to add another pound for hoses, 16 pounds. I just got with my Demi Yang, my supplier, and says, well, how much would this pole be instead of the sections being 1.37 to 1.5? What happens if they're all 1.3? So I can get my mini pole, it's normally $875, make it all Kevlar, and maybe get it out there for $575, 2 pounds. Wow. So high mod Kevlar, and then the bigger one, instead of paying $900, my cost, I may get it down to $700. So if I was to triple it, it'd be $2,100. That's only 9 pounds.
So, Philip, JW has a question. He would like to know, can you hear me, Philip?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
JW would like to know, how many feet is your master pole collapsed? How tall is your master pole collapsed?
Well, what are we talking about? The one for the home, the commercial one?
Just
master one. Is there one called a master?
The master pole?
He's thinking of Unger. All right.
Oh.
Unger has a master pole. If you want to go into my master pole, it would be this one, the Sim Light. That's the commercial pole, and it collapses down to. Can you see it? Up to my nose.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
All right, and this goes up. Well, it's probably 18 stretched out because they're 3.7 each, and then with me being short, you can add another 5 feet.
He would like to know.
So this is the master residential pole.
That's the that's the master residential pole, JW.
Okay, here is the master commercial pole.
There's the master commercial.
This is 5 sections. This is 6 sections.
He said master.
30 feet. Okay, 30 feet. And this is the one that goes up to 60 feet. Can you see where it's above my head now?
Mark could never use that pole.
No, I never get the clamps locked. Does it come with a milk crate?
Yeah, if you want one. Okay, let me educate you on the history, why the sim pole has advanced. A lot of guys have high mod out there, but they may be only 42 MSI or 55 MSI.
What is MSI? Real quick, for the layman's.
It's a type of high mod, okay? And it's the Unger uses 63 MSI. Mm-hmm. It's the same carbon fiber that's in the B-1 bomber.
Okay.
All right, so it's not cheap. You can tell. Can you see the inside of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That is the carbon fiber that's in all the Simpos now. We don't have any cheap damn poles. No fiberglass, no UD. They all come with high mod carbon fiber, 600 KSI, and I'm not really much on all those statistics. I just Google it and said, here, if you want to know more about it. And then this is the Kevlar on the outside.
So
Okay.
100% Kevlar would not be strong.
No such thing. You don't want 100% Kevlar. It's like fiberglass.
Okay.
I made some, and they were wiggly worms.
Yeah, yeah.
So the key to a good pole is put the bucks in it, get the high mod, the 63 MSI, and then either 3K or Kevlar on the outside. I'm the only one doing all sections in Kevlar. I'm usually 3 years ahead of the game.
Okay.
You know, once I start selling 10 poles, the competition will make it and sell hundreds.
So let me ask you a question, Phil.
What's up, Mark Darnell?
You know, the other manufacturers are in the window cleaning industry kind of household names. How come Simple, with all the advancements, bringing a lot of new stuff to the industry that everybody's copying, what's the deal? Why aren't we, why aren't you more of a household name?
Because I'm educating the manufacturers.
Yeah.
It comes down to, I sent the post to the major manufacturers. We were at a show in 2013. Actually, I was on Tommy Tucker on his case. Well, Tommy Tucker is Robin's dad. And I was on Robin's case for almost 15 years to make a carbon fiber pole. Tommy and I would meet down in Arizona. Great guy. He's, he took over from his grandfather. And we actually came up with Tucker CF. I have that in writing from Tommy. But then, he was in his 80s and he died, and then later on, Sean got a heck of a deal picking up the Tucker name. I actually sent posts to Sean a long time ago. I sent posts to Unger. I sent posts to ABC. I sent posts to Edaray. So I actually asked all those major manufacturers, let me design posts for them. But they just thought I was a stupid window cleaner.
Well, they pretty much basically took what you have and kicked you to the curb. So.
Well, no, they got a lot of ideas. I think Unger, when they had all my posts, I gave them at cost. I gave them like 6 designs. I think that's how they came up with the 3K. Because it was 2013.
We have a question from Carl Robinson. What's up, Carl? He's legendary. I wish I could tell you all why he's legendary. But Carl Robinson would like to know, what glue do they use in the carbon fiber wrap?
In the wrap itself?
Yeah.
I really don't know. It's some type of epoxy that when they put it in the oven, it all melts. So I'm not really sure. Maybe it's a fart glue. I'm not really sure what that is.
Dude, I had to.
That's pretty stellar.
Sorry, bro. Continue.
For our demo on the strength of carbon fiber.
Well, I'll have everyone know that wasn't a fart. That was sound effects.
Okay.
I have a keyboard right there.
This is going to be legendary now. You're gonna have to repeat this. All right.
Let's see, what do we got here,
dude?
Can you?
So when we
see down below now? Right now, bro. Right now.
Yeah. Philip, be careful, man. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Philip. Right. Listen, don't forget, Philip. First of all, we can't see your demonstration. Second of all, don't overexert yourself, because the last time you were on the podcast, you went to the hospital for 2 days.
Phil, why don't you put your address out publicly so in case you get wedged in over there, we can send somebody to get you.
have somebody to come and get you out.
This is the famous light pole. All right. Now, when I take the hammer to it, can you see it?
We can't see. We can see the hammer, but we can't see what's about to happen with the hammer. There you go. This is the best. This is why we're here, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're here.
It's going to break stuff now.
Can you see now?
Yes, Philip. Yes,
that's perfect.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about again?
All right. That's what happens to light poles.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Smash it. Yeah.
this is...
Oh, Philip, no.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, there he is.
There it is.
All right, so you can see that kind of cracks too. All right, now this is the high mod inside and the 3K outside. This is my pole.
Watch your fingers.
It takes a lot of hamming, but even with the 3K, you know,
Yep.
any modern pole is going to break up with a hammer. Now, this is why I hit this about 10 times. Now, I'll hit this bigger one. You ready?
Yep.
Yep. Watch your fingers, dude.
No one would do that. That's why Kevlar is the future. Can you see that?
Yeah. This is the best podcast ever. How dare you?
I suggest that you do this with your pole, and after it breaks, come to me for a Kevlar pole. Now, I'm not sure if the new one will be able to stand this because this is 1.5. Now, this is why wall thickness is important. 1.5, you have lots of layers of carbon fiber underneath and lots of layers on the inside. And that's what makes a good pole. And so when you put them all together, you know, a truck can run over them and they won't break.
This is fucking great, dude.
I'm sorry I don't have a competitor's pole here.
Could you use the other end of the hammer, please?
You want me to use this?
Yeah. And don't forget the milk crate.
Yeah. Break it. Yeah.
Denson. There?
Dude, if you lose a finger, I don't mean disrespect if I laugh. Okay?
Yeah, dude.
Look at that. One hit. That's
Yep.
the lightest pole in the world can only take one hit.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Yeah, Seth said he's the Bob Ross of water-fed
This
pole.
is black, okay?
Yeah.
This is like my main pole. Now I'm going to try it with this. No manufacturer would do this. Look at that.
Holy cow.
And that's with that end. Okay, let me destroy it. Ah!
I tell you what, that sure takes a beating.
It takes a beating. Oh, I can't even pull it out. I need to
So,
put that
guys,
in
just so everyone knows, more than likely, all of you guys that are like real, I mean, enjoy Philip down there in the corner, but everyone that's watching, Bill Jordan said Perry Tate is doing live videos again during the podcast. You know, that's cool, guys. Perry Tate is a fucking a drowning fish. He's the captain of a fucking rat ship.
Who's
that's
ever
fucking
watching
sinking right now.
Perry Tate, tell him to hit his pose with a hammer.
Yeah. Perry, hit your pose with a hammer, motherfucker. You ain't about shit, son.
All right, now watch
Free
this.
Richie
I'm gonna
Blue.
do Kevlar. You ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You see? You can't take it. But it doesn't go all the way
Yeah.
Are you going
You see,
to pull it out, Phil?
Well, I would like to say that, dude, I mean, you're smashing that, he's smashing that multiple times. That shit's pretty aggressive shit, man.
Yeah.
To be, you know.
Here's the inside of what high mod looks like. So I want to copy it to do this. I want to see how much layers of high mod inside.
Listen, Philip,
See that?
Perry Tate's not going to do nothing except for try to pull audience members off our podcast while we're live. Him and Eric Bland have joined forces tonight for the biggest. It's like
we weren't supposed to.
Yeah. I know, dude. I know. But it just everyone likes to bring that up, and that just goes to show you guys how deep we're renting space in this dude's head. He knows it. Everyone else knows it. Guys want to get on it like, I got great customer service. That's cool, but look what this dude is doing. We ain't even mentioned him, and he's on live on Facebook right now. Guys, I've got a new color. It's called Poopy Pants. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Hey, guys, look what I did. I'll tell you this. today I got an email from Perry Tate. He's sending me a Gunslinger 1.1 for nothing because I didn't get my
your replacement.
My replacement. So what I'm going to do
Should you need a replacement? I mean, the whole idea.
Yes, yeah, that's the thing.
I shouldn't need a replacement. Simpos are not replaced.
Yeah.
In 11 years, I think I've replaced about 5 sections, and it's mainly because guys left them in the road or the guys lost them. I think I don't only have 1 or 2 that broke. I had one in the UK that totally came apart, but I think what happens is those guys don't clean their poles. And you get sand in a pole, it'll wear it out.
Right.
That's why
Dude,
I got to wax the pole.
He said
are you going to show us how to wax the pole?
yeah.
I can't find my wax at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like waxing a car. Okay. We got all sidetracked with that dirty word.
Well, listen, man, the reason why that's happening is because of who you are, what you do, and what you've said in the past, and that's the only reason why. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, another thing
because of your allegations, that's it. And
I used to use, which are true, but we won't go there. I will put rescue tape here, and now I use O-rings. So when you slide a pole up, you won't get caught. So you can do that with any of your poles. Just use O-rings.
Oh, it's like a cushion.
Right. Yeah, I used to use rescue tape. That's why you see it in white or blue, but it takes too long, and I think this looks cooler.
Yeah.
And works just as well.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why I want Simpole clamps on my Reach It Mini? Just because I
just because you can do it.
Just because I can, and
it.
just anyways, like I was saying, I don't want guys to forget. I don't want to. I'm gonna get a new Gunslinger, a 1.1. And then I'm going to go get a gallon of gas. I'm going to light it on fire for everybody.
Did you see that I'm willing to fix the copy it for free if people have trouble? Send me the pole, and I'll fix it for free.
Ooh,
yeah.
Hey, if you got a Reach It pole, if you got a Reach It pole and it's broke, Philip will fix it for you for nothing.
You just pay the shipping, and I'll put a clamp on it and cut it down, sand it down, revarnish it, and wax it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's another reason. JW says Phil sure does take it like a champ. Listen, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or what you're trying to be, and that's I'm not sweating you, but I'm going to say this: Philip is a spirit that you cannot extinguish, and that's why I like Philip, because he believes in what he is doing. He's passionate about it, and he has verifiable fucking experience. Like Philip in like some super short cut off jeans standing next to an old VW Bug with window cleaning poles on the top of it. I bet you that dipshit on Facebook Live right now ain't got no pictures like that. This man's been cleaning windows for 50 years. For 50 years, this guy's been cleaning.
Has window cleaned more than most guys.
Yeah.
She started washing windows with me in 1975.
There you go, man. That's all you need to know about this guy.
Only now at 60, she's not washing windows with me.
Well, like we told you the last time, Philip, that's you've always got a spot here. Anytime you want to sell your wares or tell everybody about your new poles or this, that, or the other. Yeah, I know it's cool. It's cool. I know JW. I didn't know if I wasn't sure. It's so hard to tell people's if they're being sarcastic or not.
Hey, I got a question before Phil goes.
No, he's not going nowhere.
Okay, so 50 years ago, what exactly got you into window cleaning, Phil?
Well, I was washing windows at 15 years old. My generation started work early. Sure. I started at 6 o'clock in the morning to 12 at night on Saturday and Sunday, 15 years old.
Wow.
Working in the car wash. And I'd get in the car because I was a little guy, 120 pounds, and I'd wash the windows on the inside of the windshield. So that was my first washing windows. And then at 17, I became a Jehovah's Witness. Cool. And one of the guys that used to do belt work used to want to wash windows. Sure. Mm-hmm. So he started teaching me, but he didn't pay me, typical for a window cleaner.
Yeah.
And then I started with his brother-in-law, C Clean. C Clean is a famous company back in Detroit. So he would have me do Kentucky Fried Chickens. I would do 3 times a week, 11 stores, 3 times a week, and I got $2 a store.
Wow.
And if I got really good, I could get $4 an hour. But it wasn't bad money at 19 and 19.
Yeah, so let me ask you a question then. So when you started back then in comparison now, has prices really stayed steady in line with other services, or is it lower?
Well, it was 50 cents a window for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's only in the light of water-fed pole that we can charge the same price but get it done 3 times as fast. And what I learned 9 years ago, I was always commercial for 37 years. I came here, I've been residential. Yeah. And if I don't water-fed on the outside and have to use the squeegee, I consider it a failure. Because in Arizona, you get a half a window squeegeed in the summertime.
Yeah.
It dries up. Right. So to use a squeegee in a bucket of water is really asinine in Arizona when you can use a water-fed pole.
Yeah.
So we water-fed up to 7 stories. We got the whole city of Prescott. The guy that works for me, I got him all trained. We do the airport, and it just works good. Now, what I've done, my hog hair brush has been out for 11 years. What I've done is I put super fan jets in it. Can you see that jet inside there?
No, I can't.
Well, I should have took
Mark,
a small one.
what are you looking at, Mark Tanner?
Can you see it now?
I got the game on above me. I'm sorry.
I'm going to short out my computer. Anyways, it's 80 PSI.
This guy is spreading the hair back on that bowl, and you missed all of it, man. Watching the fucking lame ass. Who's winning right now, Mark?
It's still 14-17, but Chiefs just intercepted.
Am I boring you guys? You want to watch?
Not at all.
Not
beer? At all. Sorry.
I mean, it's okay. You can watch beer. I'll keep talking. Guys will listen.
No. You guys can watch beer if you want.
How many we got on?
There's 28 people watching you right now, Philip. Well, they're just waiting for me to melt down. They're waiting for the Mentos to drop.
Yeah.
Anyways, you see how thick the hair is? This has more hair than any other brush out there in the market.
Yeah.
And I have it switchable, so you can use the fan jets or the pencil jets. So when I want to clean screens, I switch it just to the fan jets. No water bar can clean screens. This comes out, and I can clean screens with DI water.
So you're primarily strictly DI. You don't use.
No, I have an RODI. I make
the
5. I've been making for 9 years since I've been here. I made systems.
Yeah.
The Sim 550 guys love it, but no one's buying it. So I only got one left. I'm not going to make them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. PH7.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Those guys in Wisconsin makes one of the best machines in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start selling theirs. They actually got a little portable one that's really cool.
Yeah.
What's cool about theirs, it comes with a pump.
So Jason Lehman would like to know, Philip, when you buy a new Simpole, what comes? Is there a Perry-Tate package where do you get something with your Simpole, or you just get a pole?
You get the best pole in the world. It's going to last 10 years, but you're going to get the hose. You're going to get the super hose. You're going to get
the hose, homie. Go ahead.
You're going to get You're going to get the Tucker brush. I just bought 14 Tucker brushes. The little blue one with the plastic water bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're going to get a $250 Tucker brush with 12-inch with the hog hair nylon with the water bar. You're going to get the hose. If you want a gooseneck, I have the gooseneck you can add.
Yeah, look at that thing, man. They're badass.
Yeah.
That's 18. Yeah. I have 2 of these. I think I might give one of these away one day soon.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't think I need 2 of them. I got a 12 and an 18. Maybe I'll give this away. Maybe.
Nice.
Good.
Look at that. It looks like Rich.
You see how the hog hair is recessed?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an idea I had almost 10 years ago. To recess the hog hair and put the nylon on the outside.
That makes it glide easier, right?
Yeah.
This
and that way, when
really
you push on it, you get the scrubbiness of the hog hair.
Yeah.
Scrubbies. You get the scrubbiness of the hog hair. Watch, guys, like this. See?
Yeah.
Boom, son. It's real scrubby.
Have you tried either one of yours? I know you're frozen over there.
Dude, it's fucking like 3 degrees out here, dude.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I've had this for about 12 years, and a lot of guys swear by it because of the side hairs.
Like a radius brush.
Yeah, well, I call it my football brush, and guys love it for cut-ups. and it's real
Speaking of
soft.
football, here's my football brush.
It comes from the car wash industry.
So, Phil, I gotta ask you, have you ever had your hands on a constructor brush as of late?
I got two, but it broke so fast, so I only had to use it once.
But what is your opinion of it? I don't think they have enough bristles, even if you load everything.
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's a piece of crap, but let's not go there.
Yeah.
For what you pay for that, the Tucker brush is so much better, or my brush is so much better. It's too much Chinese plastic in it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Look at that. Free Richie P.
If I have to put screws and re-glue a brush out of the box, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between a window cleaner and inventor and a Chinese inventor. A Chinese inventor is only going to get it from another Chinese guy, and like my girl says, well, we don't wash windows in China.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you something. Anyways, look at this hose. This is the 5/16 hose. This is new. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Now watch that. See how that can do?
Yeah.
Can your hose do that?
Yeah,
it'll do that.
Yeah.
Can you do it after 3 years?
That I don't know.
You see that?
I got some really old Rhino hose. I really like this shit. I just ain't found nothing comparable. I mean, if I can, I'll just go back to regular old hose because I won't buy nothing
I'll
from
send
that
you some of this.
Yum ever again.
You'll love this. Because it can take any pump. Okay. I get 500
Mark,
spools.
who's fucking winning?
Still the same. I'm sorry. I'll turn it off.
Who's winning though?
It's still 14-17 Patriots.
Who? Fuck.
Patriots.
Thanks, you fucking yum.
Patriots.
Hey, you guys.
Wait a minute.
That's more interesting.
Wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute. Let me confirm it. The Chiefs are winning.
Ooh,
hang on. They just scored. My wife is going to be freaking hitting this shit now.
Hey, did you see? I sent her that picture I put on her. I'm watching the Patriots game, and I put that one. Sometimes I like to tuck my wiener in between my legs to feel what it's like to be. She's like, Mark already beat you to it. I hope what's his name is really upset. That pretty dude.
Do you guys have RO systems?
I have a.
Man, you guys been fucking
this is the best meter to get. It's
I have a.
What I like about
2000 since 2005, I've had an IPC electric 5-stage hydro cart, and it is savage in the streets, homie.
Yeah, it's sturdy.
That thing is a fucking tank.
Do you take your cart out of the van, or you always leave it in?
I leave it in the truck. I don't have a van. I got a truck because I'm a hillbilly from Ohio. So,
woo!
What
do you do in the wintertime? Bring it inside the garage?
Yeah, and I don't use it. I don't use it like you do, Philip. You know what I mean? I'm still squeegee life, son. I still turn squeege.
This meter is one of the best you can get. You can order them online. The trim TRM triple.
Yeah, but can you mount it next to the brush so you could check the water 7 stories in the air?
Well, if you check the water going into your tank, there's no need to check it.
No, listen. But can it check the water 7 stories in the air right on the brush? Can it do that?
Well, you're going to have to use a 70-foot ladder to see what it says?
Well, maybe you want to check it.
Yeah.
On the brush. If that isn't the biggest money grab in the history of money grabs, here's this TDS meter you can put right on the brush.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put it right on the tank.
Yeah,
that makes
we're
sense.
Put it on the brush.
On the tank.
Doodoo brown,
Doodoo brown, doodoo brown.
How much is that? How much does that cost?
It's like $20-$25. Some guy will be like, it's the best
this for
invention
$10
ever.
more, and it does all three. I like to know when water coming in and the water coming out the TDS, out the RO, and out the DI. That's the standard. That way you know if you got 175 coming in and your RO is at 8 and your TDS DI is at 0, you're good.
Right.
Yeah.
You're good. You don't need to check anything into the brush.
Yeah, you don't need so you don't need an inline TDS meter next to the brush, Philip? No. How would you know? You act like you've been cleaning windows for 50 years or something. What do you know?
Yeah, nothing, huh?
I love you, Phil. That's why I like having Phil on the podcast. I know everybody's like, man, Philip is so extra in groups, and I'm with you guys on that. Philip is a little extra, but what I can appreciate about Philip is experience. And if you guys if you can't appreciate experience and a man's experience in life and in work, especially in the field that you are trying to be proficient in, and you don't want to heed any of his advice, I mean, you may not want a water-fed pole, everything like Philip does, but if you do water-fed pole, you might want to listen to some of the things that Philip has to say.
Right.
Well, look at your solution. I played around with water solutions for 50 years, and I started off with trisodium phosphate. And actually, I had a friend, and before I got married, he got the idea of using muriatic acid.
Oh.
A tablespoon of muriatic acid in the water. And we would spray it up 35 feet and clean it. I mean, it cleaned good.
Yeah.
And one time he spilled his bucket on the carpet and turned it all orange. Got in trouble on that one. Anyways, Dawn, 1/3 Dawn, 1/3 Glass Gleam, and I used to use Simple Green. But right now I use 1/2 Dawn, 1/2 Glass Gleam. It's the best solution you ever can come up with.
That's more of just for traction.
Ron Musgraves is watching, and he's all about fiber.
You know, it works
I'm
good.
pissed off that
sprayer,
I want Ron Musgraves to
clean.
do a fucking intro for my show.
Yeah,
This is the real Ron Musgraves, and so me and Mark can do our Ron Musgraves while Ron Musgraves is doing Ron Musgraves. If the three of us could do Ron Musgraves talking to Ron Musgraves, that'd be the best podcast ever in the history of the world. Even if it was just like a 2-minute intro of the three Ron Musgraves going at it, that'd be great, dude.
I'm calling out Philip Alexander.
I'm calling out Philip Alexander.
All right, if you have to cut a pole.
He stole the Hardy Fedora.
He's got a Hardy for no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes.
Can you see this?
Yes.
The Bosch Diamond Drill.
Yeah.
All right, and then this is like $100 on Amazon. You know, a good drill. Now, watch this end. I used to cut pipe. Now.
Oh, he's going crazy.
Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't that
no
beautiful?
burrs.
I love
No
it.
burrs. Philip, you're a beast, man. We love you, Philip. Fiber! Yeah!
Could you fire up that drill press, sir?
I hardly ever use it. I got a drill press up there, but I don't
we
use
see it
anymore.
We see it.
Can you see it?
So how?
Right there.
So
Are you putting those together in your shop? Or I thought you were.
I get the design from China,
Okay.
and then every pole is I put the clamp on myself.
So they're
All right.
assembled in the USA.
Yeah, and then I make sure it's tight, and I adjust it all.
no, listen, Philip. What we want to know is every pole put together by you?
Well, yeah. Well, I've just trained my guy, so he's starting to put them together too.
So, Philip.
Yes, they're handmade here
Thank
in
you.
Arizona, hand
That's all
assembled.
That's all we needed to know, Philip.
Yeah.
So you're
all you
taking
had to
care
do
of
is
the
say
quality
yes, because
control.
I'm sure you may have someone helping you.
Answer the question, yes or no.
Yes.
Yes
I'm
or no.
just asking if Daniel-san was fucking making them or not. That's all we want to know. Is it made here? Is it assembled here or not? We know that most carbon fiber comes from China. Carl Robinson said chainsaw next. Do you have a chainsaw?
I make sure. You guys got me swearing.
Jacob
I
Dell.
make sure no
I
shit
unfriended
leaves
Jacob Dell.
my shop, okay?
Oh, Phil's swearing.
It's all good.
Oh,
See,
boy.
if a pole looked like this, I would use it, but I would never sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I make sure they're good.
Make sure
they're all
good.
adjusted right.
He's so fucking hilarious, man. Oh, you're the best, Philip. So, Philip, are you content in the world of Simpole right now, or are you ever striving for that line, whatever that line may be?
To really do well, I would like to do as good as some of the others. If I could do $250,000 a year, I could take $50,000 off the top, and the rest I'd just put it back in the business. Right now, 75-90% of what I make goes right back in the business to keep the inventory, to keep my ideas going, like this new light Kevlar pole. So I put more back into Simpo than the $1 million companies put in, because there's some companies out there, they got crappy poles and they're millionaires. And I offered to do OEM for them, but they want to go to China. Well, China doesn't wash windows.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. And so that's why a lot of poles are just downright crappy. I don't think you should ever make a fiberglass pole.
So, I mean, we've all seen the links and all that horse shit, but why should someone buy a Simpole and not a copy
Track
it or
record.
track
2007. 2007.
2007.
Since Simpo, 35 years at Waterfit Poe, 50 years at window cleaning, and I give out my number. Can people call the other companies and get, Mr. Unger on the line and say, I have a hard time. What should I bid this job for? Will you get Sean on the line? Will he help you bid a job? I do that.
Right.
So what's
Not only
the
that, you're pretty tireless when it comes to the product itself. Like if somebody is having a problem, I know, and I've seen you. You're really, and not even just with your stuff, with other people's stuff too. You know what I mean?
I'll solve it. I'm an idea guy. I'll fix something.
Yeah.
What's the warranty? What's the warranty on the Simple?
Well,
you guys got to get some. If you're really going to promote it, you're going to eventually have to get some. Why don't you just sell all the copy-its and then buy Reach It? I mean,
we've all discussed that. TJ and I had a discussion about that earlier.
I'm so deep invested right now.
You know what, though? Yeah. I don't know if anyone will buy it now. You probably would have to give them away.
I'm so deeply invested right now. Like, everything I have done the last 4 years has been built around that pole and making that pole fit my business. I will tell you this, by the end of next summer I will have a different pole. I will own another pole by the end of the summer, and that will be able to do all the scope of the work that I have now. I will be able. I'm done. Especially if I'm going to have a YouTube channel, and I'm not giving that dude no fucking satisfaction whatsoever. I may burn that. I don't know. I may burn it. I may just fucking pile it all in a pile and fucking light it on fire on the 4th of July. Fuck it.
I'll fly in for that. I'll go to the gas station with you and get some gas.
Right. Well, honestly, I will tell you this. I have a Reach It Mini from 2014 that I would like to replace the clamps on, and I'm going to put Simple clamps on.
You're going to get the clamps, but you know what? I'm probably going to end up, if I have a good show at IWCA and sell a few things, I really want to send you one. I want to send you my Mini.
Well, I don't, listen, that's cool in the gang, but I really want to buy one from you, because I feel like you have earned my money, Philip.
They cost, I'll be honest with you, they cost me about $400. I got in a
it is what it is, player. You know what I mean? There ain't no shame in your game. You know what I mean? It's, like I said, I ain't sweating you, Philip. I think you're a good dude. If I didn't think you were a good dude, I wouldn't have you on here twice.
It'd be cool to let you try one of the new Kevlar ones. Because
I feel like you've gotten a raw deal. That's what I think.
Oh, I have.
I think you've gotten
This is going to be like
man.
2 pounds. Kevlar. All Kevlar. Of course I got a raw deal.
So you and Perry at the IWCA convention for 4 to 5 days. That should be interesting. Are you going to take a lot of videos?
Is Perry going to be there?
No, Perry's not going to be at the IWCA.
Since when? He's not going to be at the IWCA?
And Sean's not going to have a booth either. They're $1,400 for a booth.
Ooh.
Well, if you think
like that
Tim,
ain't shit.
You were there last year, Tim. There
Would you like,
there.
Bitch?
It's going to dwindle
right.
if those two guys aren't
last
there.
year I was getting
apparently there's not enough money to go around to pay for ideas, let alone go to fucking shows. But what do I know?
What polls were there? Ionics and who else, Tanner?
Ionics. Unger was there.
Unger was there.
Yeah.
All the supply companies were there.
Right.
Yep.
I'm about
to be there this year.
JW. I'm just as deep as you, my friend. I've got the cost of my first Mini, the Plus A section, the Plus C section. I got the B for free and the window weapon for free, but I have.
What are you doing? Saying the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah. I got like 6 or 7 constructor brushes.
Supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like almost 1,000 feet of rhino tube. I got like 400 foot of rhino hose. I purchased all this dude's wares.
What'd you get?
Let me see your shirt, TJ.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, man, that's sharp, dude. Yeah, that's sharp.
Any of you guys use the reach around?
Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Mark used to reach around on me in fucking Kansas City, Missouri.
I got a new one coming from China.
Oh, that's sharp, dude.
Okay, it's going to be this, and it's going to have a long one like this. I got 40 of them coming in.
Yeah, it's going to be a long
So
reach
have
around.
this
It's going to be
and
fucking
this.
dope,
Oh,
bro.
reach around.
That sounds long.
He said long and reach around.
It's going to be a good 8-inch top, and then this little half an inch.
Phil, they're not gonna let you back in the Kingdom Hall after this
Yeah,
podcast.
dude. Yeah, come on, dude. Philip, are you going to go all Kevlar on pole soon? No, because it'll be junk.
Well,
Apparently, Jason
I'm gonna,
Lehman wasn't paying attention.
well, my posts aren't going to be all Kevlar because they're already all high mod. And the key to my pose is high mod inside and your Kevlar or 3K on the outside. The only difference now is I'm going to make a super light Kevlar one and a lot cheaper.
Can I ask you the question? Why is the? Can you tell us why? Can you make a pole completely out of Kevlar? Is that something you can do?
No, it doesn't work.
No,
I tried it 7 years ago.
There you go.
It flops too much.
There you
And
go,
it-
Jason.
it's
I
not-
think that may
yeah.
be the question Jason's asking. The Patriots just
Well,
took the lead
oh.
24-21. They're kicking field goals because they're hoes.
Yeah, no, Patriots just scored.
Patriots just scored.
How much time's left?
3 minutes.
Then what
and
did you
change.
mean? Then what did you mean, Jason Lehman? I think Jason Lehman's getting gruff on me. You want me to drop the fucking Mentos, Jason? I'll go hard in the paint. What are you doing? Are you out there spending Richie's hard-earned money on YouTube talking shit?
All right. Now,
What up, buddy?
this is what makes a good pole. Forget about the swear word, okay? Look how much high mod I have in this pole. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you see that? And then the Kevlar is here on the outside. It's a little thinner. And the key to all Simpos is this much high mod, and it's 63 MSI. Some of the others are only 42 or 55. So for the same price as the other poles, you can get a Simpo that has all the high mod. That's what makes it so good.
You know what, dude? If Mark Tanner's just going to get on here and watch fucking football, I don't even know what the fuck we're doing, dude. Honestly, I don't.
We're doing an interview. I'm just kind of glancing up and seeing what's going on.
Let's have Philip on the podcast so I can watch the fucking Chiefs play the Patriots, you fucking idiot.
I don't know. I'm getting
Short
bored with
bastard.
this. Maybe I should just watch the Patriots myself.
Yeah.
I'm getting bored with myself.
No.
No, I mean, Philip, this is just wanted to see if he was going to do the same with the shorter pole like he did with the 72-foot Kevlar pole.
My poles are already short, yes. I'm going to make a shorter Kevlar pole, but lighter.
Okay.
So you're going to have a mini.
Kevlar.
You're going to have a
Type.
mini Kevlar with high mod, and you also have the 3K. And you know what? Maybe I'll retire the 3K eventually. Maybe all my poles.
Can you do
with this type of
3K
Kevlar.
and Kevlar? Can you do that?
Well, you don't need 3 types of carbon fiber. The 3K or the Kevlar is your outer shell. And there would be no sense to do that. It'd be overkill. Because the key to the pole is the high mod.
Okay.
The outer shell, either Kevlar or the 3K is for your wear, but also the Kevlar is stops electricity, you know.
Not all the way. Come on, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
This is a disclaimer for Reach It and fucking Simpole here. Listen, you're going to buy a Kevlar pole, and they're going to be like, dude, the electricity, I don't want to hear a shit about electricity, and this is why. Because that fucking hose that runs that water up to that top of the water that runs out of the end of that fucking thing, all of that conducts with electricity. You can, I don't give a fuck what you're doing.
Hey.
What you need to do is sell a rubber suit for everybody to use.
Now, you know how you insulate water pipes in Ohio with the plastic?
No, we use foam
you put on the pipe. If you really buy wires, it would be smart to take some of that foam. It comes in different sizes and put the hose in that foam. So if you were to hit an electrical wire, you at least would have that insulation, and the hose would be inside.
Is that a Freudian slip? Were you thinking about Perry and said liar on accident instead of wire? Because you said liar. Liar.
Actually, I want to test this electrically. I really want to.
No, I don't want you to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Stick your tongue inside the Poe.
Don't do that.
And then put your finger in the light socket.
Philip, Jason Lehman would like to know, when is that Kevlar mini pole going to come out, man? When are you going to do it? Are you going to keep him hawing around about it, or are you going to make it happen?
Well, I just got my price from China tonight, and I ordered 5 of them, and she says it won't be made until the next order after the Chinese holiday. So probably by the end of February, I should have them.
So, Phil, JW would like to know, are the sim poles backwards compatible? Are they?
Yeah. All the old Simpos are interchangeable. Now, the new Kevlar won't be, because that's going to be 1.37. But my Poes have been the same for 10 years. You can
His
interchange
Poe
them.
has been the same since he was born. It's been the same Poe the whole time. That's great, Philip. See, man, that just shows a testament to your design. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man,
Well, China wanted me to change the design, and I did go from 1.6 to 1.5. So, and then I had to make them redesign Section 7 to compensate for that. So I do my best to keep it compatible. Okay. But most guys are going to be ordering new posts, not the old ones.
So my question is, so what you're saying is you value your customers.
Well, why would they have a Poe for 9 years if it wasn't any good? Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I'm trying to get them to update the new clamps. I went through 7 different clamps. Now I got one of the best designs out there with the hose holder. And
not for long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to become Clamp It.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what Perry Tate needs to do is make like Jed and fucking clamp it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He can't put this on his design. It won't work. It only works on my design. I'm going to get a utility plate.
All right. Thanks a lot there, Philip Blue.
Yeah, Philip Blue. Yeah.
I offered Richie to find somebody in China to make them, rename them.
Those things need to be made over here.
No.
Yeah,
they
do.
Made right. It's going to be called the Simbob.
Man, I can tell you right now, dude.
I'll send it to China and get it made right.
I don't think that. I honestly, I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't think that'll be something that Richie is. Because I don't think. I mean, just based on the last time we all seen him and spoke to him on the podcast, it doesn't really seem like he's into anyone at all right now.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
Remember the scrub sleeves? I forgot the name of them, but they were some of the best scrub sleeves ever made. I don't know if they still have them. He had them where they were rough surface and all kinds of stuff.
Porcupine, like the porcupine scrubber.
Porcupine? Yeah, but better than that. What is the name of him?
Wilger.
Wilger. Is he still around? Can you still get those?
Yeah, you can still get Wilger.
All right. Here's my idea for Richie. Wilger is in his 80s, and he has a bunch of old ladies sewing them together.
Yep.
That's where the bob should be made. Let those old ladies put it together, and it'll be made right.
My fingers are not working to hold this together. Please get the soap. Step on the pedal.
Well, that'll be better than a 5-year-old Chinese guy doing it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
These ladies are experienced. They've been making those Wilgers for, their whole life.
Oh, no.
Actually, we ought to put our money in together and buy Wilger out. He wants to sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, is there money in scrub sleeves? I would assume so.
His are the best ever made. Have
you
ever used his?
Yeah, I have some of them.
Looks like we got a Richie Blue comment.
Oh, hey,
How
Rich.
much for a traditional carbon fiber pole extends 25 to 30 feet, collapses down to 5 feet? That's from Richie Blue. While you think about that, Philip, I want to tell everybody something. Next month will be my 1 year using the Gunslinger. The prototype Gunslinger, not the tip jar like some fucking yum has been trying to put out there that we've been testing the tip jar, and he should have made the tip jar, not the Gunslinger. That's complete and total horse shit. You can go back and watch my videos and see how much the tool I've been using looks exactly like the fucking gunslinger. But anyways, Richie
Hey,
right
Richie,
now
when I take you out
has
to
in his
dinner on
possession.
Sunday, hey,
That's a
this is
tip
for
jar.
Richie.
Tip jar.
When I take you out to dinner on Sunday at the IWCA, I'll show you it. It'd probably be the mini Simple Shorty
Gunslinger.
Simple. 3 pounds. Retails $8.75. But I feel so bad for you, I'll probably give you one.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh.
So listen, let me finish what I was saying. Richie right now has in his possession my test model. I told him when I started this experiment that before the year was out, I would send him. So this was my last month before the full year, and I wanted to send it to Richie. Hopefully he fucking, gives me a little fucking, a little love on the fucking Facebook, showing everybody my highly used. But from what Richie has told me, he said it is very used, and and not only has it been used pretty well, it's fucking stood the test of time. It's fucking beast mode. So I'm gonna go ahead.
You sent it? You sent it already to him?
Yeah, I sent it to Richie. I wanted to get it back so I could do a 1-year anniversary video with it.
Awesome.
So I wanted to send it to him. That way I can get it back in time to do a 1-year anniversary video.
Is he going to go through it? Check everything
He's gonna
out?
go through. Yeah, that's why I sent it to him for. Go through to see
Richie,
how it wore.
Hey, Richie, if I make a sim bob, will you sue me?
I'll put a mullet on it.
Man, the Chiefs just took the lead, 28-24.
Yep.
Fuck New England and Seth Byers and Mark Tanner.
Listen, I'm not a Patriots fan. My wife is, but let me just say one thing. Since we're talking football and you guys talk sports on every podcast, I shut up. Never count the Patriots out with 2 minutes left, man.
No, I'll tell you what.
Brady's
this is the thing.
best person to get somebody in field goal position.
He's the GOAT.
To
Listen,
get
he's
somebody
the
in
GOAT.
field goal position, he's it.
Tom Brady is the best quarterback that ever lived, and
We don't
nobody
like
can deny that, not even me. I think he's a total fucking twat waffle, but he's the best quarterback that ever
Dude ain't
lived.
much bigger than me either, and that's the sad
Yeah,
thing.
he was
He's
like the
dude.
worst. He was like one of the last dudes. He was like drafted in like the 6th round, and then he come out and won like 958 fucking Super Bowls. You know what I mean? But this is the only thing. Unfortunately for Patriots fans, I hope you know that if he wins this year the Super Bowl, he's retiring. He's done. I hope everyone knows that.
Yeah, they'll be lost without him, too.
See,
Fernando's like, fuck that dude.
Hey guys, back to the subject. What makes this pole so good, that's the layer of the Kevlar. So this pole literally has more high mod than most poles out there. I mean, looking at this, it's almost 80% high mod, and the Kevlar is just on the outside.
It's just the skin. Yeah.
Finally.
But that does strengthen it,
Seth,
obviously.
I'm trying to hear that.
Well, high mod is the best you can get for poles. It's the strongest and the light. I wouldn't say it's the strongest. It's definitely the lightest and stiffest. And then you use the 3K
stiff.
or the hammer test on the Kevlar on the outside.
Okay.
You know what I ought to do? I don't have a
What
gun.
should you do?
A
We
gun.
ought to
No,
both
dude.
do this.
Listen, Phil, don't get carried away, buddy.
Yeah.
All right? You want your back
Relax.
again.
Relax.
A
You need to
Kevlar
put less double chocolate vodka in your fucking hot chocolate before you get out of
What
here
about a
next time.
Kevlar helmet for
Listen, Philip, man, I love you, dude. I what I want to know is, and you keep kind of dancing around it. I want to know. I don't know what I want to know. Phil, how much longer are you going to clean? How much longer is Philip Alexander going to clean windows? How much longer is Philip Alexander?
Until you pry the squeegee from my dead hand.
So you feel like the window cleaning business is going to be a part of your life for as long as you're able to do what you want to do, right?
Look at it this way. Last year I had 2 heart attacks and double bypass surgery.
Goodness gracious.
And I'm still cleaning windows.
Good for you, buddy.
Well,
At
I
least
have
you
a
didn't
guy
drink
doing
bleach.
it now because we're slow. You know,
Yeah.
I've actually used the
It was
45
cleaning solution.
You know,
So what happens? What happens when these new 1.1s come out? How do we get original gunslingers? Because I don't want a 1.1.
Gunsling dish again.
Dude, you know what I would do? I would fucking that green and black thing that you showed, the actual test model for the gunslinger, not the fucking tip jar.
Right.
Like dude, that is straight up misinformation. I want to get that out there right now. He's saying that we all tested the tip jar. That is fucking patently false. That is
educate
false.
me. What's a tip jar? I mean, isn't that what
Show
you
him,
give
Tim.
license?
Show him,
This
Tim.
is a
Show
tip
Philip.
jar.
Show everyone. That's a tip jar.
It's a tip jar.
None of
This
us. Tim, how long did you use that?
About 2 months before we got the next ones.
And
So
show
is
him
that
the next ones.
Is that the original one?
That's the
This is the original gunslinger. Prototype 2. This is what we tested.
Because I'm going to see
we
Richie.
tested.
I'm going to see Richie. You know,
Look how
February
similar.
10th, I want to get one from him.
They look really similar. You know what I mean? I don't understand how. I mean, we tested these same things.
Yeah.
You know?
They tested. I should have made the tip jar, not the gunslinger. That was a completely new idea.
He did make the tip jar.
Dude. Yeah.
He made the tip jar.
It did. Yeah, dude. I mean, quit.
Now,
Just
when
quit
it fills
lying,
up with
man.
water, when it fills up with water, does it get the one part of the sleeve all wet, or you put the sponge in there?
No, you can dip an 18-inch mop, or a 22-inch mop. You just flip it side to side.
Right.
A lot of guys are like, I can't dip my water down in there. Well, I use unlockable handles, so I just
use a pivot handle.
I just unlock my handle. I pivot handle and I just stuff it in a little bit further. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro.
Right.
Come up with some new excuses. Here's the 1 point. This is what I think about the 1.1. They put a rubber fucking booty around the end of it. What they did was wrap a fucking turd.
What did they put on the end of it?
They wrapped it. Rubber. What
It's in the bottom of it to catch the water.
It's
Like a filter goes in the bottom and then it goes on top of that. See what I'm talking about?
I'm missing now.
It goes on the bottom of
the. Is the material that he is using. You can wrap that in rubber all you want. The materials are still. I'm telling you, there's no way he changed that. There's no way.
No.
Fit and finish might be better, but it's still gonna break down and get all floppy and shit like.
See what you know what this is? Goes on the top of a filter.
Yes.
Set that in the bottom, and then the bob can be there, and the extra water would be in here, and that probably would fit right in the bob.
Hey Phil, stick to poles, buddy.
Yeah, stick to poles.
I mean, this thing.
Easy
I mean,
killer.
you can tell the difference. This one's not tight at all. This is really loose, and you can just push on it.
Hey, listen, I'm getting a 1.1 in the mail. He sent
that
me a
the
fucking
Perry Tate
email, and now
special?
you're trying to
That's
start
crazy.
all this drama,
But
dude.
show me the Perry Tate special again, or the copy it special.
Right here, this.
Cheap it. We'll call that the cheap it. We'll call it the cheap it.
This fucking dude is so fucking
Not
great, man.
not the reach it. It should be
The
called
cheap
the
it.
cheap it. See, you
Yeah.
got me going now.
We'll take your idea and we'll cheap it.
Give us your idea and we'll cheap it.
I can't see anything that dude. I can't see if he's saying anything about us or anything.
Yeah, dude. I wonder
He
who
blocked
all he's. Hey, if you're watching the live chat right now, if you're in the live chat right now, tell us if Perry Tate has unfriended you, because he's unfriended me and Tim. Mark, is he still your friend?
Blocked us.
I think so. As of like yesterday.
Oh,
or the day
that's
before.
because you're the smartest
Yeah.
man. He's like, Mark is gonna be the new Richie Blue, just for the
Yeah.
He's gonna be the new Philip Alexander.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you and your little clamps too. Tell us in the chat there if you've been unfriended by Perry Tate, and then we'll know if you're really our friends or not.
Red badge of courage.
Yeah, your red badge of courage is if you've been unfriended by Perry Tate. Let us know in the chat there, so we can all.
I've got a red bag. Who said red bag?
Who said red bag? I got a red bag. Who are you?
I got some advice for the podcast.
This is Ron Musgraves. That's the imposter Ron Musgraves. I've got all the fiber.
Listen to me. You guys got to stop wiping from back to front, okay? I got something special on the bottom of my apple bag for you, Hardy.
Oh, gee.
Hell yeah, and Tom Brady's a Michigan Wolverine. Listen, Tom Brady is fucking the greatest quarterback that ever played, but Michigan should have nowhere in there. It shouldn't even be mentioned, first of all, because they fucking suck. They sucked. I mean, the last time the last time Michigan was good, Kid and Play were awesome. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at with this at this point. You know
what I remember about Michigan?
History. They suck.
You remember Gordie Howe?
Yes.
You guys know Gordie Howe?
Yeah.
I remember because I lived in Detroit. Now those were good times back in the 60s.
Jason Lehman has been unfriended by Perry Tate.
And even
shocker.
The football and baseball team were halfway decent back then.
Yeah, Detroit had a good. Who was the coach back then?
Red Wings. Fuck, I don't fucking know.
Who's that old? No,
all I seen was Red Wings players skating around.
No, the coach of the Detroit Tigers back in the 80s.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, the old man. What was his name? He was a monster, man. He's just a mean old asshole.
Yeah.
What was his name? Sparky?
Sparky something, right?
Sparky Anderson?
Sparky Anderson, was that it? Man, I want to say that's it, but I don't know.
Come on, Michigan guys. What was the name of the coach?
These guys aren't real Michigan fans. They're scrubs. So, especially Bill Jordan. That's a scrub-ass dude. But anyways, does anyone have any questions for Philip Alexander? At the 4-yard line with 42 seconds. Shit. Like I said, man. Who's at the 4-yard line?
Who's 4 though?
Patriots are.
Oh, who's 4? Who's 4-yard line? Is it on Patriots 4-yard line or on Chiefs 4-yard line?
They're on the Chiefs 4.
That's not good.
Ooh, that's not good. I hope they fucking get shit on. Yeah! Go Chiefs. Right there, I just jinxed the Chiefs. Tom Brady's going to drive fucking 96 yards in 42 seconds because I said that. You wouldn't know
he's only got to go 4 yards.
No, I got to go 4 yards. He's on the Chiefs yard.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Dude,
hopefully
listen,
they
man.
can stop him.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Tom Brady really wants to win this year. He wants to go out on top, dude. I'm telling you.
Tired.
They just scored.
Oh, how many seconds left?
50.
Well, that's not bad.
Score?
50 seconds. It is 30-28 New England without the field goal yet.
31-28, Bill Jordan says. Nice, man. No, he says with 50 seconds left. Listen, man.
50 seconds, a lot of time, football.
Dude, I'm going to leave this up here for Seth just in case he has a Seattle Seahawks moment. That's what I'm hoping for, is a Seattle Seahawks moment. As this fucking kid drives down the field and fucking bends these dudes over. Dude, I don't know. But like I said, Tom Brady is a man possessed. I really feel like this is his last year, and he's going to fucking go out on his shield to do it. That's what I think. So,
you think they have a quarterback after this? Who they got?
They won't have a Brady.
No, they won't have a Tom Brady. They'll have a serviceable guy. The guy behind him is ready to
I'm ready for Patriots to be out of the equation for a while. You know what I mean?
What's that?
I'm just ready for the Patriots to be out of the equation for a while. They're just always there. You know, it's like it's always the same teams.
Dude, I appreciate good football. I mean,
I do too, and I appreciate Bill Belichick he's a stellar coach, but Cleveland should have had all them Super Bowls. Is what I'm saying.
No,
Cleveland should have had all them Super Bowls.
Baltimore maybe, because he would have went to Baltimore. No matter what, the team would have been sold. Art Modell was fucking hell bent on fucking getting rid of the Browns. He was hell bent on moving them. That was just all there is to it. And I don't want to hear no more about that shit anyways, because we got shake and bake, and we're gonna be busting ass next year. So it's all gravy, baby.
Looks good next year. Looks good next year. I'm on the bandwagon for next year.
No, they can't.
Someone asked Phil, do you still use traditional window cleaning tools?
The main tool I've used most of the time the last 15 years is the 24-inch Sorbo and the Ledger.
Yep.
I clean 90% of my windows using the Ledger and the 24-inch. I don't believe in a 6-inch squeegee or an 18-inch. One swipe, you're done. Sometimes in a lot of homes, they're only 30-inch. You could use a 30-inch and come straight down.
I have to change that because someone thinks my channel is going to get flagged for having Free Richie Blue on the screen instead of Free Richie B.
Why would they flag that? What's the difference?
Because he gets flagged.
Perry Tate don't want he don't want my thunder on the internet. That's what it is.
Well, how can you own Richie Blue's name? You can't own a person's name.
That's what I thought. You can't trademark someone else's name.
There's no trademark on his name. That's crap.
Well,
let me ask you something.
Everybody to take a magic marker and cross out Richie's name on the Cheap It.
There is no copyright on it.
No, there's no trademark on that. There's no T next to his name stamped on there. And like you said, Phil, you can't trademark someone's personal name, right?
They can trademark their name, maybe, like, Coca-Cola and, Ralph Lauren, isn't Ralph Lauren trademark? But I can't trademark somebody else's name. That's illegal.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, someone's worried that my channel might get flagged by Crap It, by Copy It, by Cheap It, if it says Richie Blue. That's why the T-shirts don't say Richie Blue, because I could get into some kind of trouble, apparently, because he can use his name for marketing or something, right?
Something like that.
What I should do is ask Richie, is what I should do, is just ask him. You know what I mean? That'd be the guy to ask.
Well, the thing is, if Richie could do anything...
Thank you for saying something. I won't say who, because I don't want to get him on the fucking do not call list, too.
What I would do, I would sue
Mark
over
Tanner
slander.
fucking froze, scrub.
I would sue over slander because the Cheap It is making Richie Blue look bad.
Yeah.
There's your slander.
Yeah. If that is the truth and no one's allowed to use his name, then we definitely need to sue him for slander, right?
Slander his name, slander his design, slander all.
Queen of Cowboy says football's for girls. Dustin Duffy says football's lame. TJ removed my remark with just removed. No, I didn't. What are you talking about, bro?
No, he just removed his remark with Richie's full name, is what he's saying.
Why?
So he doesn't get in trouble. Nobody gets in trouble.
Dude, listen, dude, this is the thing. I'll tell you this right now. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with, with Tim and losing his YouTube channel and stuff. You know what I'll do if I lose mine? I'll start a fucking other one.
How could Tim lose his? How can he lose his? How can he take it away? I don't understand.
If he flags my channel, maybe my channel could get yanked down for using, whatever. I don't know, dude. I just don't.
After you have so many copyright strikes, they just take it down.
Yeah. So, it is.
But don't you have to prove copyright strikes? I mean, don't you have to prove it?
Yeah, but you're also as the person with the channel have to prove that you were in the right of using that copyright. So I mean, it's a court issue.
On top of that, it doesn't even need to be. Yeah. All they got to do is accuse you of it and jerk your channel down. They're not going to let it stay up while you figure it out. You know what I mean? They're just going to pull it down. Case in point, what happened with fucking Tim. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was rectified.
Yeah, that was fixed.
Well, the key then, like manufacturing, you're supposed to have 3 companies building stuff for you. So if one craps out, you have the other. So we should have 3 Facebooks, 3 Outlooks, 3 of everything.
That sounds cumbersome.
Yeah, it is Sparky Anderson. We'll put it together.
Cool.
No, but manufacturing, that's true. You have to have someone to fall back onto.
I think overseas manufacturing all has to do with quality control. And if you're not in charge, if you're not having quality control, you got nothing.
Well, you got to
if
check
you're
it when
out
it
there
comes
in the bar selling this bitch and that bitch, it probably won't work out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't wait, dude. Like I said, this motherfucker keeps fucking around. I'm gonna roast him hard, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Tonight you witnessed quality control when we hit it with the hammer. That was my quality control.
They want to see you shoot one.
So what's the warranty on a sim pole, Phil? I know you'll stand behind it.
You break it, I fix it.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. I used to have a lifetime warranty on the carbon fiber, but then guys would mess them up by using them the wrong way. But like I says, in 13 years, I've had less than 6 broken poles.
That's amazing.
And I normally just, sell them another one at my cost.
Yeah.
So like the pole, if it costs me $75 for a pole, well, that's what you're going to pay. You're not going to pay $250.
What's wrong, Mark? What's going on in the football game, Mark?
39 seconds, and Kansas City is around the 30.
Well, what's the score?
31-28, New England.
Oh, well then show it on.
Are they on their own 30 or New England's 30?
They're on New England's 30. They're going to kick a field goal. Kansas City's going for a field goal.
Will they go overtime then?
Yeah, it should be tied up.
I love the overtime.
Yeah.
Dude,
is this?
Yeah, but you don't want to play the
I've
Patriots
watched
in overtime, dude.
Yeah.
Is this Super Bowl playoffs?
Yeah, this is playoffs for the Super Bowl. 39-yard attempt for Kansas City.
Where's the Super Bowl going to be this year?
In your backyard.
Yeah.
Phoenix?
In your garage. Next
Is
to
it
a
really going to be in Phoenix again? I'll rent out my house for $2,000.
There you go.
We'll take you up on that offer if you buy the tickets.
Yeah, no kidding.
You only have to mortgage your house to get a fucking ticket. A lot.
How much are the tickets? Are they really,
a lot.
Are they really in Phoenix this year?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch that special with on E60 with the Super Bowl tickets? On how the general public has no access to them, you have to buy them through a broker.
Oh yeah.
And
when it comes to Florida, it's nuts here, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like when Seattle went, guys lost $1 million on tickets they couldn't get because the broker.
No one wants to hear. Hey, if you don't want to hear us talk about sports, fucking kick rocks.
Tie game.
Oh, they tied it. They got the
tie game. Yeah, 8 seconds left.
So
you know what?
Hey, man,
we don't need to see your face. Why don't you put your camera on the football game?
Because they'll yank it down. They'll yank the channel down.
Oh, really?
NFL don't mess around.
Yeah.
If you don't want to hear us talking about what's going on, kick rocks. I do not care. I do not care.
Yeah.
This is here for prosperity purposes only. I'm here to let Philip show his face on camera with a Simpole poster in the background and talk Simpole so people will try his pole out. You know what I mean?
We're running a 25% off retail this month too, so it's a heck of a deal.
25% off on a new Simpole, guys.
And where are those available at?
Well,
www.simpole.com, and they're also available at WCR. And you guys
they're
can
running
find
a big
that out
special
yourself.
too on them.
I'm not giving. I don't want to be accused of being paid off by fucking Gap-Tooth
You also
Lee.
can buy them
Gap-Tooth
from
Lee will
Nancy.
write a new story about
you guys know Nancy? Harry Falk? You know Harry Falk? You ever ordered from her up in Wisconsin? Nancy?
No.
I've heard
Nancy
of
Pelosi.
I've the Falk Company, yeah.
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 She has them too. She's a good person.
They still around? They didn't get bought up?
No.
That was just Cockler.
She's like in her 80s or something.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome.
She
Tom
still
Brady's
answers the
gonna
phone.
Win the game right here, dude. I don't know. Go sports ball!
Go sports ball!
Go sports ball! I hope Tom Brady hits a home run. Well, guys,
got a lot of money.
I think we should just call it, man.
All right, here's
an
one
hour and a half.
last thing. You see the
What's up,
the
Philip?
layer of the Kevlar?
Are you going to tell us how much carbon fiber you got in there?
Well, you know what? I used to think it was 60-40,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm thinking maybe it's more. I'm beginning to
Probably
think
70-30.
it looks almost like 80-20 because you see
Yeah.
how thin the car
Yeah.
it
Kevlar
is. So I
is?
mean, if it's 80%, that's more than anybody else's pole out there.
Yeah.
You know.
Now let me ask you something, Phil. If that didn't have the Kevlar, but had that much more carbon fiber, would it be that much more rigid or no?
All right. If you just want 100%, I had 100% 55 high mod, and eventually had it for about 3 years. Eventually, my guy was using it, and it cracked. See, high mod 100% is not strong enough. You need an outer casing like Kevlar 3K
to protect it.
To protect it, to keep it stiff. That's what I found out when I went 100%. Let's just see if I had it here.
So is that as thin as you can go on that Kevlar right there?
Probably.
Okay.
I didn't know it was that thin
The
until
reason why I'm asking is, you know, you think maybe if you increase the inside diameter and decrease the outside diameter, you know what I mean? So decrease the outer layer and increase the inner layer, right?
Well, what I'm doing is I am decreasing the high mod on the new pole. See, this is 1.5. The new pole is only going to be 1.37. So I'm going to have less high mod in it because the Kevlar is so strong. So the Kevlar will stay the same. Usually it was like 40-60. But I don't know. You can see the Kevlar. I can feel it right here. It's pretty tough.
So what are you trying to achieve by doing that? Making it lighter?
I want to make it lighter.
See, I feel like you're going. I feel like every pole manufacturer is going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Except
They're
me.
light. They're really light.
I think the poles are too light, man. You gotta you gotta use more down pressure at heights to get that fucking shit to scrub. Good,
well,
man.
I think over 3 stories you want the weight because
I have that. I have.
Yeah.
That. Oh.
See, Phil, if you would remember better than any of us. That typical 50-foot aluminum tucker was so heavy on the glass. It never when you went from the upstroke to the downstroke, it didn't lift off the glass. These poles now don't stay on the glass.
Well, the key to that
on the glass.
The key to that is a good brush. But what I love is, you guys ever use the water-fed one that's like this? Who makes the one that's flat from Australia?
That I don't know.
The water bar.
Zero. I know the. What's that one? Who's the? Fuck. Somebody. I think. Man. Ooh. I seen one on the Reach It or the Reach It. Fuck him.
Sean Gavin's making one, and they're not available
yet. Sean
yet.
Gavin's making one. They're not available yet.
He's
but
getting
there
a white
is one
pad.
on the market. What is that fucking? Shit. What you ought to do is buy some fucking some of Reach It's scrubbies. Whoever's watching this, and get that blue. Find out how he's making that blue with the stainless steel in it. That's a really good pad.
Yeah.
The wagtail. You guys use this?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the wagtail. It's just not for me.
We loved it the other day because we were up at 40 feet. You didn't like it at 40 feet?
I never tried it at 40 feet. I couldn't get it. I'm just too old school to play around with that on the ground.
Did you see with the new water bar? He redid the water bar.
Yeah.
So it works a lot better. My guy loved it. You know what? We shaved 2 hours off the job.
Yeah.
So
and that's just a microfiber type of pad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are talking about wagtail. We might have fucking Marcus Bay just boom pop in out of nowhere.
Yeah. He's the wagtail man.
Marcus Bay, when you say wagtail, that's like throwing up the bat signal. That motherfucker's gonna be like, boom!
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look at this is the aluminum pole. Look at this. I got it on Amazon, and the whole $35, and it's like almost 25 feet. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. How much does that weigh?
Well,
Comparable to like the younger 30-foot.
it's only 3 pounds.
Wow.
3 pounds.
Yeah,
And
but it's wobbly. There's no way extended out it's not wobbly.
It's got to be like a Garlic.
It probably. Well, you know what? It reminds me of the old window cleaning poles. It really isn't. It really isn't that bad. You know,
Mark likes some wobbly and wiggly. He
What
likes
is it
slippery and
gonna?
hard to get a hold of.
What is
I
it
like
gonna?
the clamps though.
What's it going to take for one of you water-fed pole companies to come out with a traditional pole for us guys?
Yeah.
Well, I use my water fed pole. You don't use your water fed pole?
No, listen. We just want a fucking traditional style window cleaning pole.
See, here's the thing. What you don't understand,
Phil.
Let me say something, Phil. As the manufacturer of them, we don't want to spend $1,800 on a pole and then use the top section or two and beat it up doing commercial work, because when it shits the bed, it's very expensive to replace those top 2 sections.
Right.
Well,
Why can we not have a fucking 8-foot street pole made by one of you yums?
So what do you want it? How high?
4-foot collapse, 8-foot extended.
Yeah.
So basically, you just want this two sections.
Yes, 4/8. Yep.
Right now, this is 3 points.
A 4/8, a 4/3/12, so it'd be 3 section 12.
This is 9 feet. This is 9 feet. So if I did 3 sections, the problem is, I would have to use UD and forget the high mod. High mod's too expensive.
Well, it's going to be lighter than an aluminum pole anyways.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Because I use a 30-foot under. Think about
you really want it 4 feet, or you want 2 4-foot?
Tim uses, like, for instance, Tim is a traditional guy and uses a 30-foot fucking pole. So what I'm saying, I mean, now in his case, he could probably buy a water-fed pole and use it and just, you know what I mean, be done with it. But what I'm saying is just for guys that do street work and shit like that, storefronts, restaurants, 2 stories with a traditionally whatever, like a 4-foot pole, an 8-foot pole, and a 16-foot pole that doesn't fucking bend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Would be that's the thing with, like, I tried to tell fucking old Dirty Tate,
UD would do it.
Dirty Tate. Dirty Tate. I tried to tell
no
Dirty Tate about this, and he's like, "Oh, you just use the top two sections." But listen, dude, I don't want to fucking buy a whole goddamn water-fed pole if I tear up the top of it. So it would be cool if you guys would just make traditional poles out of carbon fiber.
With
you know
a
what
grip,
I mean?
with a grip on the bottom of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make it look
and
sharp.
And it won't bend because that's usually the main thing that happens with an aluminum street pole.
Well, this comes with this
that top section gets a bow in it, and then it just wears itself out. That wears the lock out. It would be nice to have something that doesn't bend and stay bent.
Right. Yeah.
And then it won't wear the lock out. This is
3 4-foot sections. You have to have a 6-inch overlap.
2 4-foot sections would be. That's where I would start and see if they sell. That's where I would start.
Yeah, a 4-8.
Stay at 8 foot too.
All right, if I got UG carbon fiber, it would cost me at least $50. My cost for that.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're paying that for an aluminum pole, and I know you got to mark it up. So if it was $80-$90, I would buy that.
I would buy an $80 street for 8-foot street pole all day because I know it's going to last me. It's not going to bend. I'm not going to have to replace the lock on it 40 fucking times.
Yeah, and you got to put a tip in it that's going to receive our squeegees.
You can put you could get the.
No,
not
that's where it starts to get. Listen, Phil. When you start screwing things on the end of that with that Euro thread, it flexes, it moves.
No, not the Euro thread.
No, all that needs to be done is come up with the pole and then make a fucking adapter.
You want this
to receive every a Sorbo, a pole tip, a fucking Unger pole.
You see this?
An Unger pole tip. Yep. That way, everyone can they could swap it out if they use Sorbo handles, Ninja handles, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? That it needs to be universal. I'm telling you, there's money to be made there. Old Copy, it's watching now. He's got his fucking record running.
So you would have to have it with the standard Acme thread tip.
Yes.
That's not a problem.
Yep.
Problem is I can't get China to make these right. I have to get them made here in America.
That's not a problem. That's better. It's always better, Phil. I don't care what anybody says. You know,
I would rather have my pole made here. I mean, my first poles were North Carolina.
There are a lot of us that want the quality at a fair price versus a piece of shit at a high price.
Everybody's going after the water-fed pole industry, but we're all I mean, most of us.
Yeah, everyone thinks that guys are just going to stop carrying squeegees. That's not going to happen, man.
No, never.
No,
you always have to
fucking
squeegee inside.
8-foot window cleaning pole made out of carbon fiber or whatever the fuck, built to where it can take a fucking beating. It doesn't bend. With a universal adapter, so you can put whatever brand fucking cone you want on the end of it. You don't even have to sell a cone for it. Just the adapter, so I can go buy an Unger cone,
give me that thread
cone, and stick it on the top of it. Click it on, and then boom, my squeegee's coming on and off just like they would on my Unger pole, or just like they would on my fucking Ettore pole, or just like they would on my Sorbo pole. Whatever you like.
I use Unger tips myself on everything.
We're dropping dimes here. Unger tips are the shit, man. I love my Unger tips. Them motherfuckers is the dope. What can you do, Philip?
You could do 50%.
Kick over that fucking pile of poles. That's what you could do. Go ahead.
I put 50% fiberglass on the outside and 50% UD inside, and do it at 1.37, and you would have your pole.
Phil, you probably got 20 of them laying around.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Phil. We got enough of that shit laying around. Phil, Richie says he does all. Richie says he does all traditional work, no water fed, and he would like a 25-foot carbon fiber 5 or 6 section pole. Needs to collapse down for storage.
Well, he would need my new mini pole. He would need the shorty. You know, I'll bring it. He can check it out.
You're getting one anyways, Richie. So fucking stop dropping hints. You're already getting one. Jeez, man. Guy's got no self-esteem. Jeez.
Yeah.
So does anyone else have any introduce that pole to a hammer, Phil? Does anyone else have any? Cool. Does anyone else have any questions for Philip Alexander, the man who's been? I've came in late, mate. Can you tell me your email again? And can I get this? He wants Philip, what is your email address? Where can people send an email to Philip Alexander?
Well, the best one is use sim1po SIM1POLE, gmail.com. It's easy
And
to
that's
remember.
POLE, not POE. Have to make that distinction. Listen, I don't want to. I want you to be real specific here, Craig. What specs do you want for for the Simpole? Because this motherfucker knows all the specs. He would like to know the specs on the two. What I don't know. He says he wants to know. He's came in late. Can you tell me your email again? And can I get Simpole specs, Phil?
The specs are on the website.
www.simpole.com. That will give you the specs for the pole.
They're all
probably there. Philip's contact information as well.
sim1pole@gmail.com, correct?
Or just go to the sim site, www.simpole.com.
And
but
more
basically, the specs on the main pole is 3.7 times 6. High mod inside, 3K outside, very light, 3 pounds. Now, if guys want to pre-buy the new
the
pole,
Patriots just won! Yay!
Yep, they scored on the first
they'll be
drive.
in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of figured that's what was going to happen, to be honest.
So it's Rams, Patriots? That'll be a good Super Bowl.
From what I hear, I don't know.
That was a bad deal for the Patriots or for the Saints.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that was a bad deal. That was a bad deal. They
got the game's over. You see, this is the Kevlar. Can you see it? See how
no one cares about foosball. Everyone cares about foosball unless you fucking squat to pee. So,
all right, here's the high mod. You see it kind of folds up like that and cracks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Kevlar doesn't do that. It's more pliable. You see it doesn't break on you. It's pliable.
So Phil, is Kevlar a recent addition to water-fed poles?
Yes, I started it about 6 years ago.
Wait a minute, Perry Tate started it with Shock Stop, you liar.
Well, he copied that from me because I did it 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why I
just want to say that when Perry introduced that Shock Stop, he straight up told everybody that it would stop you from getting shocked, didn't he? And he did not fucking stop with that until Mark Tanner blew his ass up. Like, dude,
no. Look, you don't want to promise that to anyone because guess what?
It has more resistance to it.
Yes, resistance is one thing, but 780 volts don't play.
Right. Yeah, dude.
Well, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to take my 72-foot pole and put it against one of those big towers, the really big ones, and drop it against it and see what happens.
It would be incinerated.
Blackout.
Yeah.
If it survived that, it would be the best pole in the world.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a moot point. If you're that close to power lines with a fucking pole,
you shouldn't be using water-fed pole.
You shouldn't be. I'm sorry. It's just, I know people are trying to build redundancies and, shit into fucking water-fed pole, but come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My guys have actually skipped windows.
It's water flowing.
You can call the electric company, and they'll come and put protections on the wire.
Yeah, they'll blanket the wires. It depends what you're doing, but and look, people will say all day long, well, pure water doesn't conduct electricity.
It's water. It's water.
Yeah,
it's
still water.
Doesn't matter whether it has minerals in it or not.
Yeah.
Stop with that. You got to get off that Reach It website, guys. You cannot listen to that guy. He has no clue about cleaning windows. Zero.
Yeah.
He just learned. Go back. This is everyone's homework assignment watching this YouTube channel right now. Go to Reach It's fucking YouTube page. Go all the way to the bottom and watch his first couple of videos and tell me this dude just didn't start fucking doing this shit like a couple of years ago. Just go and look. He was cleaning windows in a sports jacket and a fucking polo shirt.
Walking the streets of China, yeah?
Yeah, he's like, this is all I've got. I tried to defame my government and fucking sell computers that I stole from them, and all I got was this lousy sports jacket. I got kicked out of Australia, and all I got was this lousy sports jacket.
So let's end it on a positive note.
Perry's a dick. See you guys later.
If any of you guys want to pre-order the new Kevlar pole, just check me up. I give a discount for it. The 100% Kevlar short pole that I'm ordering from China that I just designed yesterday. Go look me up.
Ooh. He had a web.
Wait a minute. Didn't we say 100% Kevlar is not good?
Well, it's going to be a lighter Kevlar. So it's going to be 80-20. So it's going to be 80% high mod, 20% Kevlar.
Okay.
But it's going to be light, super light. Right now my posts are so heavy because
Carl
I have
Robinson
1.5.
said Gary used to have a website that sold plants. Whatever, Carl. You quit lying, dude. You got to quit telling stories. We got to have Carl Robinson on the podcast.
He has a lot of good experience. His website. I think he kicked me off his website.
Who, Carl?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Why? What were you doing? Talking about your symbol?
I started my crap with him long before I started with you guys.
Well, Philip, we love you, man. We think you're great. We'll probably have you on again closer to spring when guys are thinking about buying new equipment, and we'll get you on and we'll talk. Well, maybe by then you'll have the new sim pole, the shorty out there.
Well, I have the shorty Kevlar. Yeah, the light.
Well, I'll tell you
Sim
what.
light.
When you get the sim light, fucking, you're ready to sell that bitch. We'll have you back on. How about that, Philip?
Yeah, and I'll also be after the IWCA, so I can have some information about that.
Cool.
Okay, guys, enjoyed it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
Philip,
out,
we
Phil.
love you, man. Thanks for coming on. Don't let people get you down on Facebook, man. You just got to not do like 45 posts and shit in a row. You know what I mean?
Well, have you seen the last ones I did about the screensavers and not about Simpo? That was some good stuff.
Yeah, man.
You know how to pull screens off.
Carl Robinson said you just sent far too many emails, and he just had to let you go, dude. He had to cut the string.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Finish off with the machete, Phil.
But he loves
you
you
have a machete,
now.
you can whack one of those fucking poles. I want to see him. I want to see him do that like that dude does with the banana trees. Kick that fucker like 6-7 times with your shit. Philip, again, it was awesome having you on. We really appreciate you. Your 50 years of experience in window cleaning, your 35 years using water-fed poles, your innovations, your sim pole there in the background, Sim Shorty, shortest long pole in the world, 3'7" to 60 feet, guys. 3'7" inches to 60
crazy.
feet, guys. The shortest long pole in the world. Yeah, you heard it here first. That's what my wife says all the time. That's the shortest long pole I've ever seen on this one. I know, right? I'm not built for show. I'm built to go. You know what I mean? I'm a grower, not a shower, guys. So,
whatever.
In the wintertime.
We'll see you guys.
See you later,
Thanks,
Phil.
Peace, Phil.
Take care.
See you later. So, guys, we're going to have maybe, I think we might just take a month off, you know what I mean, because nobody sends us emails anymore. We're just going to take the rest, we won't come back until like March. March.
February 15th, after the IWCA show.
All right, never mind. Philip said we got to come back in February because he's going to have a poll.
Yeah, and I'll do some film on the IWCA show. I'll post about 30 to each person I know.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Phil.
From the IWCA show.
Hey, Phil, how about this? Everyone watching will buy one poll if you go to IWCA and video kicking. For every ass you kick, we buy a poll. How about that?
Oh, I would love to do that. You know, Sean's going to be there. That would be a good one.
Well, guys, we'll most likely see you Wednesday. We'll see. I don't know. You never know. We might get kicked off the internets. But if so, we'll just start. We'll do the podcast on Tim's channel and get that taken down again. You know what I mean? So we'll just keep going
building
hard body
channels.
karate. We'll just keep building channels. We'll keep stacking checks and breaking necks. So we'll see all you guys later. And Outlaw Window Cleaner, free Richie Blue, guys. www.outlawwindowcleaner.com. WindowMagicSupply.com. If you want one of these squeegee life, that means I love you.
Okay. We love you, Richie.
You want a Squeegee Life t-shirt that says Free Richie B on the back, CNWC@AOL.com. That's my PayPal. $30 gets it delivered to your door. And all the proceeds go to fucking Richie Blue. So we'll see all you guys later. It's been nice. Out.
Peace.
Yeah.